Hello and Happy New Year. I hope you had a wonderful start to your new year and that you will be blessed in your comings and your goings. I pray that your territory will be increased and that you will have an exquisite life in 2025. Thanks for stopping by and see what's going on around this neighborhood. Hey, I got a new hobby. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks again.
Welcome to Handmade by Deanna Marie. I'm Deanna Marie, and I've got my grandson here he's messing with my hair. I don't know why. But anyway, so I have gotten new molds in. But before you start playing with resin, you have to make sure that you have your personal protection equipment, your PPE as they call it. So, what are you doing? Stop. Okay, so starts out with, of course, I have an apron on to protect my clothes. I've got my gloves here, as well as my mask.
To protect your mouth.
Right, so that way I don't breathe in the chemicals because the UV resin is a chemical, right?
Yes, can I have a mask?
No, because you're not going to be in here while I'm doing this. Okay, I'm going to put you out here shortly. But anyway, so I've got new molds in yesterday, and they are the bear molds that I am going to place on my pocket hug cards. So the information or why are you pulling my hair, little boy? Quit pulling my hair. Oh, y'all, it's drama around here with this child all the time. Anyway, so I never really know exactly what it is I'm going to do until I get going. So I think we're going to start out by creating some glittery, and we're going to use these molds here because this fits on the card better. So when I turn it upside down on the card, it fits much better than the smaller ones do. The smaller, yeah, the smaller ones are cute, but look how many could fit on there. At least two would be able to fit on there. We don't want to put two on the card, do we? No, we just want to put one on the card. So, okay.
Well, I like the babies.
Well, I like the babies too, but we'll do those. We'll use those for something else, okay? All right, so let me get myself all girded up, and we'll be back. All right, we're all gloved up, and we have the mask on, which you can probably tell because my voice is probably muffled. So I'm gonna try to speak a little bit louder. So I have been using the Let's Resin UV resin. This is a clear hard, no mixing, fast curing, low odor, and crystal clear. I get these in the big boxes. It's like it's 8, I'm sorry, there are 8 in the box that I get. And I get it from Walmart. Lord have mercy. I get it from Amazon. And I think it's ranging about 69 bucks, I think, for the 8, 250 grams in each bottle. And I'll also use, if I'm doing some doming, I'll use the J. Diction High Viscosity UV Resin. So, so what we're going to do today, as I mentioned, I'm going to do some gold flakes. We're going to start out like that. So I'm using these shaped glitter. It's chunky. It's kind of a chunky glitter, as you can see. All right. Now, in order to mix this up, we're going to do one. We'll see how many we can get done. Actually, you know what? Let's use a larger container. So the container sizes I have are these, and they're good for smaller batches. And then I have the larger containers like this that have the measurements on the side. So if you are, if you're doing like the epoxy resin where you have to like measure the correct amounts in order. So this would be good for that. I'm using UV resin, and the numbers are good here as well. If you are, you just want to measure out how many goes in each one of the molds. So if you're that kind of person where you want to, know exactly how much would go into each one of these molds, I would probably suggest pouring water into them and then measuring it out that way to see, how much resin you would need to complete all of these. So now when I get my resin, I always turn it upside down before I use it. That way any air bubbles will let the air bubbles float to the top. Another thing I have over here just in preparation are my toothpicks and my Q-tips. I also have my alcohol spray. That way if I need to, because the reason remember, this is a chemical. And some people have reactions to it, hence why you're using the gloves. And I wear glasses, so I have my glasses on. I also will wrap up my hair or put my hair cap on, just so, because I was doing something one day and it literally popped up into my in my hair, and so yeah, so I keep my head. So I'm basically covered up. I'm covered up when I'm doing this. You also want to make sure that you've got good ventilation. I have a window open along with the fan going. So your personal protection is very, very important when it comes to using chemicals, okay? I also have my long neck lighter here, so that way I can pop the bubbles. You can use the alcohol to pop the bubbles as well. So let's start out by adding, another thing I have on the side is I have paper towels as well. So I'm just going to put this in my container here. Now I've heard some people say don't squeeze fast, squeeze slow, whatever the case may be. As you see, I don't know if you guys hope you can see that. There are no bubbles in there. So I guess it just depends on the resin that you're using. So now we're just going to, I also have some crafting sticks. I use these sticks in order to mix up my resin. So I like a lot of glitter. So we're going to put a lot of glitter. The nice thing about it is that if you put too much in there, you can always add some more glitter to it. So we want to mix this up really, really well. Look at that, so pretty. But you want to make sure you're mixing this up really, really well. If it's too thick, which this is rather thick, I am going to add a little bit more resin in here. You can also put the resin like, I'm putting it on the spatula thing here. That also helps eliminate, if not reduce, the number of bubbles. Always recap. Okay, let's stir this up again. You'll hear some people tell you don't stir too fast, don't stir too slow. I will offer that you will get it as you are, learning the craft. As I've done, I've been doing this for about 3 months now. And as you learn the craft, you will determine. So now you can see, I don't know if you guys can see that, but see, there are a lot of bubbles in there right now. I've stirred bubbles in, some of them anyway. So, but though, what I do is when I pour this in, I will let it sit for a minute and let the bubbles kind of rise to the top. And then I will pop them with the lighter. All right, so you have an option of either using your spout to pour directly in, or if you want a little bit more control, you can just drop it in using your craft stick. You want to make sure it gets into all the little crevices. And if, depending upon if it's a darker color, you may want to do layers. Yes, baby.
Can I try and cook?
Can you do what?
Can I try to cook?
No. What are you talking about? No.
Because I'm a pretty good cook.
Oh, well. It is oftentimes good to do things in layers. Now this one, because it's clear, you know, yes, there's a lot of glitter in here, but it is still relatively clear. And so we'll just do this one just so you guys will see how it all works. The other thing that you're going to need, of course, is because I am using UV, is you will need a UV lamp. Now the UV lamp is the same one that is used when you get your nails done. So if you've gone to the salon and you've gotten your nails done, this is the UV lamp that you would have used. So I've got some stuff on my mold here. So I've taken my alcohol spray and sprayed it on a Q-tip, and I can just remove it very easily that way from my mold. Got a little bit in there. We're going to take that out. We got some right here. So it's very easy to move. Now, the thing I love about this art, this form of art, is that for me it is very calming, you know. Now look at all those bubbles. You see all those bubbles? Let me get y'all down here a little bit closer. Okay, see, there are a lot of bubbles, and I'm just letting those bubbles rise up to the top because I don't want it to affect my the outcome of my final design. So now I'm going to take a toothpick. You can take a toothpick. I've got some other tools over here that I use. You have silicone tools you can use. Now you have to be careful. If you use a toothpick, you need to be careful not to scrape the sides. Whereas with a silicone utensil, you don't have to worry about scraping the sides because it's silicone on silicone. So what I do here is I just want to kind of go around the edges just to raise up any bubbles that may be along the edges there. Just kind of stir them up. Then I take my lighter. Look how those bubbles just went away. Look at that. They are gone. Okay, now I have my my resin lamp over here. I could lift this and put it in there, or I can, my resin lamp allows me to detach it. And I'm just gonna put it right here, press the button. We're gonna give it 2 minutes and we'll be back. You really never realize how long 2 minutes is until you're waiting for 2 minutes. So we're still waiting. Okay, so I have placed it inside of my UV lamp, and my UV lamp cures from the bottom as well as from the top, so that's a good thing. Okay, so it is done. It is cured on both sides. So let's pop this one out. Popped out clean from our mold, and look at that. Isn't it beautiful? Look at that. So pretty. You can see the back part is smooth. And then this is going to fit beautifully on the pocket hug card. Isn't that just lovely? Oops, there you go. Isn't that just lovely? There we go. Okay. Isn't that lovely? Look at that. This could be it could be a keychain. I mean, it could be whatever you wanted it to be. I don't think I'd make this a necklace though. Probably a keychain would be nice, but it fits perfectly for the pocket hook. So I'm gonna make the rest of these and then we'll be back. Okay, so I poured these 3. That was the remaining resin that I had. So the reason you want to go around these with your toothpick or your silicone tool is, like in this one, it's got deep crevices. Like it's got the bear's belly and the feet and the arms and stuff like that. And you're making sure that you don't have any bubbles trapped beneath. So I do that. And again, I'll wait just a little bit. As you can see those bubbles that are coming to the top. So I'll let it sit for a little bit, and then I will hit it with my long neck lighter in order to get rid of those bubbles. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, you can see those bubbles just went away. But I'm gonna let it sit here just for a little bit. See, I can see. See? That was a bubble right down there underneath that. So the bubbles oftentimes get trapped underneath. I can see the bubbles coming up here. So I'm gonna give it just another minute or two. And I will hit it with the lighter again. Now you can also use, let's see. You can also use your alcohol spray, because I've got my alcohol in this bottle. And you can spray it, and that too will help get rid of those bubbles. Okay, so it's looking good, I'm gonna hit it another time with a lighter. Now you don't want to leave it on here too long because you don't want to mess up your mold. But look how clear that is. Oh my gosh, awesome. Okay, so we are going to, this time, I've taken my sheet out of my, okay. Now, therein lies the problem. So when I did that, I did a little overflow. So if you get a little overflow, again, just take your alcohol, spray it on your Q-tip, and just run it around where you did an overflow. Doing this will keep you from having to file or sand once it has been cured. Okay, so I'm going to put this over here in the UV light, and we're going to give it 2 minutes. Okay, so we're all cured, so let's go ahead and pop these out. Now what you will notice is that there will be heat. These are very warm, and the warmth is not from the light. The warmth is from the chemical reaction with the light. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is attach these to the pocket hugs. So I got my glue gun out, so let me get it heated up. Okay, so my gun has heated up, so I'm just going to add a dot, just a dot on the back. And when you do this, you want to go ahead and press down, because this glue will, kind of follow you. And it does dry rather quickly, so you will want to apply it and press it. Just a little dot. I'm gonna put it there, line it up on there good. Press. So you may be asking, what are these pocket hugs? Well, just as a little message on the bottom. Oops. See, that's why you want to scrape it like that. Anyway, let me read the bottom of it for you. Okay, so this says, let's see, where, okay, there we go. So this says, here is a little pocket hug. Keep it close, all warm and snug. So even when I can't be there, you can hold this tight and know I care. So this is something you can share with someone, a loved one or someone, you know, just to let them know that you're always thinking about them. So let's do this last one here. Again, we're just putting a little dot on the back and just kind of holding the thing down and pulling it off. That way we're not dragging glue with us everywhere. And so there we go. So we have our 4 cute little pocket hearts here that we've made. So thank you guys for watching. Come back. Please, 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 please go ahead and like my videos, share my videos, subscribe. Oh, there's one other thing I wanted to share with y'all too, because this is something that as I was doing my research on everything, that there wasn't a lot of information out there on. So I'm going to share this with y'all because it's important, I believe. So we're going to start out by, let me get some paper towels here. Because one question, well, one of many questions is, well, how do you clean up? Okay, so let me move this up. Let me move these guys out of the way. Okay, so how do you clean up? Well, easy. I don't throw these away. I do not throw these away, not right away anyway, because I can reuse these. And if you're in the resin thing, you'll understand or you'll know how expensive some of this stuff is. I mean, depending on where you get it, all right? So what I do here is I literally just spray my stick down with the alcohol and then clean it. See? Now it's clean and I can reuse it. All right? Now, when it comes to the containers, the first thing I do is I will literally douse my paper towel down with alcohol. Then I'll just kind of shove it in here like this and just kind of go around. Just go around and get as much of it as I can out. Now when it comes to this glitter, it is a difficult thing to clean out, as you can see. So what I do next is some people use baby wipes, which is great. I've used those too. But I turn the cup inside out. Okay. Just like that. So it gives me a better way to get all that. Now look at that. So some of this has already begun to cure. And that's because I've got some UV light in here, and it will cause it to cure. Okay. All right. So with that inside out, I then take, I've got these convenient wipes. They are biodegradable wipes. I got them from a company called Maluka. So I'm going to pull a couple of those out. So this is what I'm using to do that additional cleaning, but baby wipes work just fine. Probably didn't need all these, but we are going to, you want to open it up. There we go. I'm going to open it up and I'm just going to wipe around. You need to flip your wipe a couple of times so you're not rubbing the glitter back onto it. Okay, and generally I just take and I just rub it this way. Just after I rub it, I'll just rub this way. Notice, yes, there's some on the inside, but we'll get that in just a moment. The most important part is to get it off the inside. Got all this glitter down here. We're going to take another wipe. And we're just going to wipe this again. Okay. Okay. And then with the wipe on it, I'm going to turn it back on the inside. There we go. Life is a struggle sometimes, guys. So we're gonna whew, it's coming. Real life, guys, real life. Okay, there we go. So now that inside is clean, go on the outside, clean it up again. And there you go. All nice and clean. And that way it's ready for the next use. Yeah, glitter is fun to try to get rid of. And of course, by it being all over my gloves, if I was going to go to another project after this, I would just take another one of the wipes and just wipe my gloves off. That way I'm not transferring the glitter to another project. All right, guys, that is it. Once again, thank you for watching. And please like, subscribe, share my videos. I am new to this resin thing, and I'm absolutely loving it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to post a couple of pictures and a video, actually, behind this one, so you can see some of the things that I've made. Thanks for watching. See you later.
Enormous, instantaneous